a woman parliamentarian and elected representative of my constituency, NS75 Daska, which is mainly a rural area representing a population of 1 million. I contested the election twice in the span of 2 months. As a woman during the elections, I faced discrimination at many levels, but my focus was always the end result. It is to represent my people and break the taboo that a woman cannot represent or contest elections in a male-dominant society. Women are half of the population of the world, and we have come a long way fighting for equal opportunities, but still, it's a long road to travel to achieve targets of SDG 5, gender equality. Gender equality is not just our issue, but it is an issue even in developed world. But better legislations, laws, and sensitization have led them to cover the gender disparity gap. We need to have women at the decision-making tables because they are not any less committed than their male counterpart in terms of performing their duties with responsibility, hard work, and dedication. Asia-Pacific region countries have made significant progress in creating legal and policy frameworks that support gender equality. Millions have lifted out of the poverty in the region. Regional governments have achieved progress in women's empowerment in areas such as social protection programs, increased economic empowerment, increased participation in public life, and improved health outcomes. Women's literacy and life expectancy also has improved in the region, although still gaps exist in leadership, employment, health, and education. We still have a long way to go and address the rural-urban divide. The global proportion of women parliamentarians has increased by 0.6 percentage points to reach 26.1% according to the IPU's latest Women in Parliament 2021 report. The right of the woman to participate in political and democratic decision-making processes is enshrined in international treaties such as the Convention on the Elimination of All the Forms of Discrimination Against Women, the Beijing Declaration, and Platform for Action. Many challenges continue to hamper progress on the Goal 5. Still, many women continue to be restricted in their ability to engage in economic and social activities outside of the home due to discriminatory norms and practices, mobility restrictions, and heavy household responsibilities, which hinder their chances of achieving financial security, autonomy in decision-making, and personal development. The Asia-Pacific region was confronted with a number of challenges, including rising income inequality, rapid urbanization and mobility, flattering growth rates, and an increased risk of climate change and natural disasters even before the pandemic. But the COVID-19 pandemic exacerbated the situation, pushing back 85 million people into extreme poverty, measured at $1.9 per day. During lockdowns, some of those low-skilled occupations vanished. Families forced to remain in their homes, adding to the existing 4 times greater load of generally invisible unpaid care work for the women than males. Now, at present, the continuing floods in Pakistan present a glaring example of deep interconnection among all the SDGs. The climate change has culminated into the worst floods in the history of this country, whereby millions of women have been suffering in terms of increased poverty, worsening their health and well-being. The discussion on the women of the center of the development agenda will endeavor to draw an essential way forward for increasing women empowerment in the society. The forum will allow MPs to ponder together on the challenges and root causes of the discrimination that curtail women's rights. The discussion will provide MPs with an opportunity to reflect on how to incorporate Goal 5 into their national legislation and explore effective approaches that promote political, social, and economic empowerment of women. Pakistani women, unlike women in other parts of the world, have woken up to the important fact that they will need to get actively involved in improving their status in society. In the process, they will need to educate and sensitize the men who must begin to recognize that keeping women backward will keep the country backward. No country has made economic and social progress without empowering its women. China and Bangladesh offer good examples of how women have developed their societies. Women globally are moving into a growing space as innovators, entrepreneurs, startup founders, tech industry, businesswomen, as well as home-based workers. From their existing roles in traditional economic sectors of agriculture, health, education, etc., women are now making inroads in the fourth industrial revolution to drive global and regional knowledge economics of scale. It is high for all of us to think, plan, and take strong